I'm full of adrenaline. I thought Dan died.
This is so overdramatic.
I was sat on my phone scrolling away on the bed when I heard Dan screaming from the other room.
So I tried to take my shirt off with only the top button undone, and I got stuck, and I strained my shoulder. This happens, right?
Yeah.
But the problem was I got so trapped in the shirt that the exact point of excruciating pain, I couldn't move. And I gotta be honest, I'm not minimizing anybody's suffering. Top 10 worst moments of my entire life. Unbelievable pain. I'm sat there like this, and then my arm, I can't move it, so I'm just trapped going, ah! Ah!
So you're just stuck in a neck twinge. Anyway,
Yeah.
I didn't know what was going on. I ran up to the door. I was like, you okay, you okay? Door was closed. I hear...
Oh, because you just heard screaming.
Yeah.
I understand why that would be disturbing.
I hear, don't come in. Don't look at me. I was like, what? Now I'm more scared. Is there a snake?
Look,
Is there an attacker?
when this happens, you
Yeah.
twinge a muscle. There is nothing you can do about it but just wait for the pain to disappear.
Sure.
And in that moment, I had just slopped this shirt off. I was laying with my shirt off in the fetal position on the floor, and I looked like a fucking shrimp.
Right.
In that moment, I knew I looked disgusting.
Like a baby newborn hippo.
Like something gross that came out of a mammal just flopped onto the floor, and I'm just sat there going...
So I was so confused.
And you were like, can I help you? And I was like, don't look at me. Don't look at me. I really just needed to ride it out.
I was so worried. I was so confused. But I thought, okay, he's told me twice. I'm just going to leave it. 10 minutes later, stressed Dan comes back in, shaking.
Because you still hadn't known what happened.
No, I'm like, what the hell was that? He was like, oh, I hurt my neck taking my shirt off. What?
I really should have clarified. I'm sorry, Phill.
Talk about the Dan who cried wolf.
Oh, you're not going to believe me the next time something horrible does happen.
No, the lava lamp incident. I'm not going to help you.
I'll be stuck on the floor, glass somewhere, bleeding out.
Oh, God.
Sorry.
I was just at the urinal.
Hard Monday. What?
I was.
Hello, everybody. Happy week. Welcome back to the Dan and Phill podcast.
A fly starts buzzing around my piss stream. And I'm like, come on, just give me a bit of privacy. I don't want to stop because I'm mid-flow. It flies directly into it and dies. Imagine dying in someone's piss. What a way to go.
Yeah.
I felt bad. Sorry.
That is the worst start to maybe any podcast.
Do you think of
ever.
all creatures on Earth, that was the worst death of the day?
Yeah, sometimes I look at moths and I'm like, girl, you didn't have to do it. That
No.
fly, brother.
Maybe it was just a filthy pervert. It was
Yeah.
like, yes.
Please kill me with your piss.
Coat me in it.
Oh.
Hi, welcome to another Hard Monday with Dan and Phill.
Failed the challenge hard this week.
The
didn't
no
I?
piss
Yeah,
challenge
okay, yeah.
already gone. This is Dan, this is Phill, and we're not going to have any other
The I,
calamities.
he's a this. Pronouns, this.
I'm this/it.
that/bitch.
And
What?
we're not going to have any other calamities, are we?
Is that a threat or a plea to the universe?
It's a plea to the universe.
You're in control of your own life, bro.
Yeah, I was a bit worried. I think I've got mild health anxiety again. I keep getting worried about things.
You think? What are you worried about now?
If you look at my Google searches, they're like detergent in eye.
Does oxygen give you venereal disease? Yeah.
I need to wash my Wheatley doomed hat. I wear it quite a lot.
Phill repping the Dan merch
I
permanently.
rep it. It also helps me with my migraines.
When Phill gets the tingly feeling in his head.
Squeezes my head.
Something about the Dan 2022 Tour trucker cap. It's the only thing that hits the spot.
Yeah, anyway, I put it in the
Ladies.
sink with a bit of laundry detergent
Yep.
and hand washed it because they want it to shrink in the washing machine. Anyway, then I read the best way to reshape a hat is to put it back on your head,
So you put the still moist hat on your head.
and the detergenty water went straight in my eye.
So you didn't rinse the detergent out, and then your hat squeezed the sponge that was the cap.
Yes.
Putting the detergent directly into your tear duct.
So then I spent the whole of yesterday thinking, am I going to go blind? It's burning.
You were Googling, does fairy liquid cause instant blindness?
It wasn't very liquid.
What was it?
It wasn't a dish. It was a hat, Dan. It was clothing detergent.
Oh, yeah, right. Well, I don't know. I don't do the washing. That's your
All right.
job.
A Phill belongs.
Which I didn't mean
a Phill
in
belongs in the
terms of
kitchen.
like a role thing. It just
Whoa.
happens, like, we each do certain
Oh, yeah,
things.
Dan fixes
Phill
the car.
does the laundry and does the taxes. I do most of our job and other stuff.
Sure.
I want to address the polycule sleeping arrangements chat that happened from last week.
So since we last chatted, we've got Blake and he's sleeping in the middle and there's not enough space.
We were talking about polycules. How does it work? And people came with the answers. Turns out, hey, Dan and Phill, we got the Polycule Pod listeners.
We had a comment from Kai Corrigan 4741.
Nice, full name them.
The middle sleeper in my lesbian polycule, I can confirm it is the best spot in the middle. ... As long as you don't need to pee during the night, lol.
See, lol, what happens if you do need to pee a stand on them?
Yeah, and also the ratio of people needing to pee is going to increase with each person in the cule.
The disruption is so much more likely to happen. That is so true, Phill.
Yeah, sometimes I get up for 2 pisses.
Oh my God.
Sorry.
Right. Maybe the middle person needs to just like shimmy themselves down out of the bottom of the bed.
Snake it down to the bottom.
Yeah, just like that, and then just kind of flop out onto the floor. But I am very conscious of not disturbing people.
People.
So I... the falligations. The conspiracies.
Yeah, all 11 of them.
I'm like, be silent. It's respectful.
Yeah.
So I'm just so quiet. I don't want to make a noise. I don't want to breathe. Middle person, it must be very hard to slump out the middle of the bottom of the bed.
They need to galumph like a seal.
Quietly.
Quiet galumphing.
Blue Jay Pirate 4560. Who are these bots in the comments? Why you all got the 4-digit...
I don't know.
Generated whatever.
It's been a long time since they made the internet.
You people are severely underestimating the power of California King.
Oh.
I know a unit of about half a dozen or more people in the greater Portland polycule.
A unit?
Oh, sorry. Are we taking the piss now?
I think this is real.
Is this a serious comment? This is like folklore.
This is a polycule positive
Or is this a real
podcast.
insider from the infamous Portland polycule who all regularly stay at the same house, which 2 of them own?
Okay.
Their California King can hold like 4 people, no problem, or 5.
Whoa.
They also have a queen in the guest room if everyone decides to come around at all once. Okay.
5 in a bed and the little one said...
I'm pissing.
Yeah.
I can't escape. Sunny Chavez, 6731. What the fuck?
Answer to the polycule question.
Yep.
2 beds. Or you make the smallest person sleep in the middle of the bed and suffer.
You make the smallest person sleep in the middle?
Whoa. They could just press 2 beds together and make a giga bed.
Bem Good said, I knew a transfemme polycule of 5 who had a double bed and 2 would sleep on the floor and 1 would sleep on the sofa and they would do rock, paper, scissors for the bed/sofa.
Oh my gosh. Get on the sofa, Janice. You're lost. You keep playing rock.
I feel like we're still working out the kinks.
Whoa.
Literally.
Yeah.
We are pro people's polycule lifestyles.
I love it.
I just feel like if we're playing rock, paper, scissors or saying if you're just the smallest one, you're in the middle and you have to piss.
Yeah.
We need to have better systems engineered here.
Just put mattresses all over the floor.
The bedroom.
The
room is bed.
Every surface is bed.
The floor is polycule.
The wall is bed. We've been having a fun week. I don't even know what I was going to talk about. I thought you were going to jump in. What have we been doing?
I never know where the fuck you're going.
I want you to tell me what we've been doing.
We went to go visit my family. Wow, Phill, memorable.
Oh, it was a great time.
Yeah.
Except the train.
Well, firstly, Phill freaked out before we left the house because he was like, am I too colourful?
I've made a realisation. Nobody in London wears colour. I was the only person going to the train station in Paddington in a colourful outfit. Everyone else is in grey and black.
I think it's the degree of colour that you wear. Phill was wearing his cloudy fleece with some silver shoes and some baggy, glittery blue jeans that you own.
Yeah.
And you felt that you looked maybe a bit loud.
I look like the main character in an anime.
Some people wear colours. Phill looked very...
Yeah?
Yeah.
Just makes me the alpha and all of you the B tier.
Okay, well, you
side
didn't need to
characters.
drag me into this because I was about to compliment you. And
Compliment me.
so am I your B character that's trying to crush your spirit?
You're my alpha bro. Side piece.
Yeah, you're just saying words to the polycules out there. You're saying all kinds of stuff about our dynamic.
Omega.
And I don't want it. You're in heat.
I'm in heat.
Woo.
What do they do?
Collapse on the floor, I think. And they're like, ah.
I need to rut.
Oh.
Is that a horse?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Phill was like, am I in danger?
I think it's a slight anxiety thing from when I lived in...
Like Reading? Yeah, you're going to get bopped.
Yeah, I might get bopped. I think it's a psychological anxiety thing from when I lived in a rough northern town, which is actually quite nice now.
Yeah, you
But
really missed the
I
time
get
there.
nervous that if I stand out too much, someone might see me as a target.
The nail that stands out gets hammered.
Don't hammer me.
That's sad, bro.
Yeah.
Unless, yeah.
But then I thought, actually, no, you anxiety.
Assert dominance on all of these people on the Great Western Railway service to Reading.
I'm going to look cool in my cloud fleece.
And you did.
I did. And I bet people were like, oh, I wish I was wearing that, but I'm sat in my grey coat.
Do you know who appreciated that? The family of people that sat in the two directly opposite us, despite the carriage being completely empty.
What was that about?
Deranged behavior. Unacceptable.
That was weird.
Total of 50 empty seats. They just walk on. And granted, we were the first thing that they saw.
Yeah.
Doors open, they go, all right, you two sit there and we'll sit opposite these two. And we're just like...
But the whole train, to be fair, we did have a table seat, but even then, you can still talk to your friend who's next to you in the other bit.
There were 8 other tables.
They didn't even utilize the table.
That's disgusting.
Their elbow didn't touch it.
We had a gift bag on the table.
We did.
We used it.
A bottle of wine, which embarrassingly...
Oh my God. Phill put his whole PH foot in it.
My foot went into my fussy.
This was actually awful. You say it.
Dan's mum gifted me a nice bottle of white wine for Christmas, and I gifted it back to her for Easter.
And the clock was immediate.
Oh.
Bing! My mum just went, oh, that's the one that I gave you. Wow!
I could have fixed it and been like, I loved it so much, I got
Phill
you
was
one back.
Gagged and took a full computer not responding 6.5 seconds. And it was quite excruciating. And I could have said something.
You could have said something.
I could have said anything. But
In that
instead
moment,
I just went,
I'd be like, sorry, Dan, we've got to break up and I need to move to Fiji.
yeah,
because
I'd understand.
I need to climb out of my own mouth.
But then you did save it by
did.
going, yeah, we hadn't had a moment yet, so I thought let's all enjoy it together now.
Yes, let's all enjoy it. Even though it's in a gift bag, which sounds like a gift. Yeah, we'll all enjoy it together. I thought you could have a glass of your own wine that you bought me.
Recycling.
Yeah. Also good news. Dan's dog accepts me now.
You got a nuzzle under the table. Actually, I think that just means that you were the beta because it thought that you were the most likely to give him a piece of food under the table.
I was the beta.
It sniffed you out as the weakest link. This person is going to give me the goods if I stand next to them and go,
But I used to get like a confused woof, and now I got a little hand lick. I'm in the pack.
it did mean feed me, but you have been welcomed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we had a lovely time, and Dan had a glittery sheen the whole time as well. You looked like Edward. You were glittering.
Thank you. I was going to say scissor hands would be like a compliment for the aesthetic,
Oh,
but I'll
maybe.
take dead person. Yeah, we got gifted a box of stuff from Lush.
We opened it on Patreon if you want to watch us do that in the last podcast.
Guys, we fell for the trap.
We
Someone
did.
sent us a promotional box and we literally were just like, oh, cool stuff, let's open it. When will we learn
Free
how to be
promo.
podcasters?
We should like...
God damn it, they
yeah.
got us good.
They got you good though, because you were covered in glitter.
I kind of liked it.
Did you?
Yeah, it was very herpacious.
I liked it on you.
Everywhere.
It is all over our desk.
Everywhere. Towels, sink, mouse, laptop, keyboard, crevice, glitter that will never be removed.
But I used some of it, and do you know what? I've kind of changed my opinion on glittery things. I think I enjoy being glittery. I think it's like my bright colours thing. I want it to be all over my skin as well.
Phill was like, why can't me, as a boy, just like cover myself in glitter and colours and all kind of fun stuff? You were
Yeah.
like, how do I blue fleece myself, but all over my body?
I need to punch through the heteronormativity, because when we did our calendar,
You liked being a fairy.
I liked being a fairy.
being
I
a
liked
fairy.
having my glitter on.
Phill was like, what gender is this? Fairy.
Fairy type.
You can be Phill. Are you a fairy type?
I think I am a...
Fairy/electric.
Whoa, yeah, I'll take it.
Does that make sense to you?
That makes sense.
Or are you water? Fairy water?
Fairy...
Are you fairy at all?
I think I'm fairy water.
Okay, I like that.
You are dark psychic.
Oh. I'd have taken ghost, but I'll
You're not ghost.
Why?
There's life in this old dog yet.
We'll see. This episode might kill me.
Speaking of sponsored gifts, here's a gift to all of you right now.
Oh,
Thank
devastatingly
you
smooth
to
segue.
our best friends, daddies, and overall great lads, NordVPN.
Yep, okay.
Thank you for sponsoring the podcast. We're all wondering what Dan is secretly looking at on his phone in the middle of the night, but I can't snoop.
How
Thank you.
to piss without waking up Keith.
Yeah, Keith, thank you to NordVPN. He can hide his internet browsing, all of the bears, all of those tents, everything that's going on in that dungeon.
California King.
Yeah, you hide that by just getting NordVPN on your phone
Mm-hmm.
or your laptop or your other device.
Of which you can have up to 10.
And that means no one can snoop on your internet browsing, which is also great if you are in a cafe because they're cheekily looking at what everyone's looking at. Oh, he's got a latte and look at what websites he's on.
What website is he on in your head?
He's buying an engagement ring for his boyfriend.
This marriage is getting off to a good start, a place of mutual trust and understanding, not.
But my favorite thing is if you've got a TV show you want to watch, you can put NordVPN on your TV, change your location, and then the streaming service will have loads of new stuff, which is great for anime. We're just like, boop, there it is.
New season's not out yet. Well, it is over here, sorry.
Who wants a special deal?
Me.
Do you want a 2-year plan? But do you want how many months extra for free?
4.
Go to nordvpn.com/hard launch.
Code hard launch.
Grab our deal and protect yourself. Thanks, Nord.
Space.
The final frontier.
They're up there.
They are up there.
That was exciting, wasn't it?
That was so exciting. I can't believe humans have gone further than ever before.
So far.
I felt like I was part of something better than all the that's in the news. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
it wasn't like Mars, but it was like new thing, exciting.
Around the back of the moon.
I immediately, backshots, Googled, when will moon happen? It's like 2028.
They saw that moon-ussy.
The dark side.
Yeah. All the good stuff's on the front of the moon, is what we learned.
Yeah.
We get the face.
They just get a load of holes.
Oh.
I mean, that's mostly what it is.
Yeah.
Am I right, brother?
Imagine being up there, though.
In space.
Yeah.
How would you feel? Would that scare you or is that exciting?
I would be scared because things go wrong when I'm in the vicinity of them. Phill breathed on the wire and now the spaceship's on fire.
Oh, that rhymed.
It did. That's what I'll say as
Yeah.
I'm dying.
You would be Homer Simpson in space. I don't think you would be there.
No.
Unless you were trained to do something or know
I'd
what
be
to happen.
the hype man.
Vibes. That's
Vibes.
very important. We can only take 4 people. One of them is vibes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what you need.
I think you would add a certain amount of whimsy and a guaranteed amount of death to a space mission.
Thank you. What about you?
I don't think I could survive based on how they need to live.
Yeah?
Just the more I learn about like basic bodily functions, it really scares me.
Because you've got a shy bladder.
I mean, how do you slip out of the California King in space to do your zero gravity piss?
I think it's kind of a tube situation.
Do you want a tube? I like just being able to kill a fly when
Yeah.
I need to. They tweeted, and by they, I mean Popcrave, the amount of people globally that just see tweets from Popcrave and just go, this is actually how I get my news now.
This is now the news. I think that's what it is.
It's just a thing now.
Yeah.
Whoever's running Popcrave, stay good, okay? Because we need you. You've got the power now, stay good.
What
okay?
did they order?
So this is what they took to space, and this made me laugh. In the most common food items, we have stuff like tortilla, good for keeping the ingredients together.
Oh, nice.
And general category like cauliflower. Doesn't say if it's an ingredient or it's like whole cauliflowers. And then it gets real specific. Broccoli au gratin.
Oh, wow.
We've got broccoli in the form of cheese bake.
Cheesy broccoli, a mango salad.
I like that, yeah. Almonds and cashews, pistachios. They made a choice there.
Of all of the fruit drinks, they've chosen a pineapple drink.
Don't finish that thought.
Oh.
Apparently, I did the math on this, 43 cups of coffee per day for astronauts, 11 and a bit cups of coffee per person per day. They are
Whoa.
tweaking.
They need to be on that, though, if they're going to be touching wires and all that.
I think they should maybe not be too shaky if they're touching wires.
Yeah.
Do the spacewalk and you're sat there going, yeah, I don't
There
know.
are 5 different hot sauces flying around the moon right now.
So who the made this infographic? 5 Canadian products and 58 tortillas. Okay, cool.
And their favourite sweet thing is cookies.
Who brought cobbler to space?
I had a cereal milk cookie the other day and it changed my life. That is the new thing. That's my new hot honey matcha. Cereal milk flavoured stuff.
Isn't that just birthday cake flavour?
No, it's got like crunchy nut cornflake energy. It's amazing.
So it's like birthday cake, but then they add the crunch of the corn.
White chocolate, creamy, crunchy.
Do you know what the thing that's interesting there is?
What?
Who else rides for the flavour corn?
What?
If you're at a restaurant and there's like a regular dessert and then they go with some corn something.
I once had a corn drink.
A cocktail and then they
Taste of
go,
corn.
and corn.
Yeah.
Corn is one of those things that gets me going.
It makes him corny.
If I see corn in a list, I'm like, do you know what? Whatever the they're doing with this corn,
Yeah.
I like that flavour. I'm going to choose it.
Can I get a high five on the corny? Thank you.
How did we miss?
Do it again. It's because we're not real alphas.
He's slapping me again.
Oh, slap me harder.
This made me laugh for an hour straight. YouGov, who poll the people of Britain, asked,
Yes.
would you want to visit the moon?
Okay.
And this is the most British ever. So some of the reasons why people don't want to go to the moon.
Yeah.
People said, I would be scared or anxious, 7%.
Me.
I'm too old, 6%.
Oh.
I mean, it's like, believe in yourself.
6% said there's nothing to do. That was me last time. I was like, there's no bowling, is there? What are you going to do?
I don't want to go to the moon because there's nothing to do. But wait.
Yeah.
Coming in, the most popular response, 23% said, I'm just not interested.
Oh, come on, everyone. Have a bit of excitement.
Fucking British people. Do you want to go to the moon? Nah. Why not? I'm just not interested.
I'm going to send them all to watch Interstellar. They'll cry and then they'll get it.
You cannot make them give a
Oh my God. British people have just got a lot to do during the day. They've got to
There's
go
a soap on.
Tesco.
Gotta let the dog out.
You know.
Yeah, just don't have time for all
Just a
this.
bit tired.
This nonsense.
Just going to sit on the sofa.
You know what? I'm all right. Hell yeah. It did give me that tingle of like, wow, humanity is cool though.
Yeah.
Which is rare.
Why don't we do more of that and less wars?
A lot of people...
Hot take. Based.
Do you know what
Thanks.
is controversial territory when you start
What?
talking about the NASA budget and whether we should be going to space?
I mean...
But here is the hot take.
Yeah?
There is enough money on Earth to make sure that everybody has healthcare and childcare and food, and there's no war and everything's okay.
Yes.
And go to space.
If we didn't
If
have-
there were no billionaires, we could have the food and the houses and the space.
Yeah.
You shouldn't look at a moon mission and go, waste of money, there's more important stuff. There is more important stuff, but we shouldn't have to choose.
No.
That is the great lie.
Yeah.
Go to space. When we all go, what's on Netflix? Oh, it's a fucking, is that the moon? This looks kind of cool. Yeah, that's
Yes.
what life is all about.
That's what we need.
More of that.
Let's sign up to the Dan and Phill Utopia.
And why is it the Dan and Phill Utopia?
Because we're both there and it's cool.
Okay.
Football's going to happen soon.
Wow, why to bring me down to earth?
I know. Everyone's going to be talking about it again. Right, lads, who are we following
Speak
tonight?
of Utopia and everything being great, FIFA, am
yeah,
I right?
that's more taxi conversations saying, oh, I'm not really into it.
What do you think of the game last night? And will Dan and Phil be normal, assertive, and go, oh, sorry, I don't really watch football? Or will we tell a 17-and-a-half-minute excruciating lie?
We will lie.
We watched the game, and what happened? It was great. When who did what?
It was offside.
The ball!
We need to get into it. I think we need to get into it like...
I think we should just ghost for the summer. We need to go somewhere else. For the whole duration of the World Cup, we need to be in a coma.
Or we could just become
Synchronized noggin bop.
super fans of the footballers themselves. I'm
See,
going to be...
I could get you into Formula One
I'm going to be a stan.
of football.
Yeah.
Do they call football stands?
I don't know.
What's the name for the football fandom fans?
What?
Footies?
No,
Do they have a name? Ballers.
I'm going to have my face as Terry Midfield.
Terry Midfield.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you'll be like Terry Midfield's nose 23.
I'm going to be Terry Midfield's left ab.
Oh. Only one left ab. He has a 2-pack.
Well, the other abs are taken by other stands. And I'm going to go to the... I'm running out of steam with this.
Ballcon. Yeah, you really can't.
Ballcon.
You can't imagine it, can you?
No, we're going to not do it again.
See, I could get you into Formula One because I was like, really, it's not about the motorsport. It's about the angsty rich twinks.
I'm down for Leclerc. Like, I would have his poster on my bed.
above the poly.
On my bed.
On my bed, Phil. That's just called a body pillow.
That's what I want.
All right, that's Christmas sorted.
Yes. Dan got me a birthday present and I can't have till Christmas.
Yeah, because I got you too many good things, and I was like, I've overachieved, so actually I'm going to take this box. And you were like, give me the box, give me the box. And I went, no, I'm going to give it to you for Christmas.
But now
and Phil had a full-on strike. He was like, give it to me now.
I keep
You've
seeing the
wrapped
box.
it. It's right there. I was like, no, you're going to get it.
I keep seeing the box though. I'm being edged.
Patience, Phil. Otherwise, I'll give it to Keith.
Fuck Keith.
You did.
Here's the thing. Bear beating on BA?
Excuse yourself.
In-flight Wi-Fi on international flights has people concerned that loud phones are now going to become the norm.
Yeah, that means like blaring things out of the speakers. Sorry, if you tell a gay person that there's been bear beating on BA, I'm like, I've seen that. It is antisocial to play stuff out loud on your phone. A flight, you are trapped next to someone, your auntie playing Candy Crush on full volume. I think I would get overstimulated and open the door.
I feel like this is a non-story because the rule is just be quiet and respectful.
Oh, and you think that people in 2026 are quiet and respectful?
I think they should not allow FaceTime.
Headphones mandatory.
Yeah, but-
otherwise you have to get locked in the toilet.
But I don't want to hear someone's business meeting while I'm on the plane, you know what I mean?
Unless it's juicy and Deborah has just slept with the person behind the desk.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
Tell me more about that.
Deborah.
Who did she sleep with?
Keith.
Our Keith.
I'm sorry, Phil. This is how you have to find out.
He's part of our unit. Banana extravaganza.
Oh!
Tesco in
Polycule?
Orkney
Oh.
have Dan. No. Have ordered 38,000 bananas by accident.
If you don't know, the Orkney Islands only have about 15,000 people living there, so
Yeah.
they ordered twice as many bananas as there are people. How the do you do that.
But
so I'm
now-
just sat behind the keyboard. Oops, I'm going to do 3 or maybe 4, maybe 5 zeros.
Everyone gets a free banana. You get a banana. You get a banana.
You get 2. Polycule, you'll have the rest.
You get 3 at the same time. And now they're all full of potassium.
Good.
Are you full of potassium?
Probably not enough.
Dan doesn't eat bananas that often.
Is that weird?
I mean,
Sorry, I don't choose to have bananas loads. It's not my snack of choice.
I don't like the mushy tip. That's my main issue with them. Rejoice! Jonathan lives. Reports that the world's oldest tortoise died. Turned out to be a hoax.
Some person on Twitter was like, yes, I am the vet that looks after the world's oldest tortoise, and he's dead. And this is a really hard time for my family. So please send crypto in his memory. The whole thing turned out to be a crypto
A
hoax.
tortoise-based crypto scam.
What? Okay, I'm sorry. If you want to have a successful crypto scam,
Yeah.
why the fuck do you pick I am the vet that looks after the world's oldest tortoise?
I don't
What
know.
the hell does that have to do with anything? And why do you need Bitcoin?
I mean, you're going to need a big coffin for that tortoise, I guess.
Big square box.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's everything in the news this week. I think it's time we hear from some lovely other voices.
Speaking of space mission, it's time to see what you're launching.
Whoa.
Hardly.
Nice.
Into this podcast.
Go.
Hello,
Hi.
my name is Luisa and I'm from Monterrey, Mexico.
Hi.
And
Hello.
I'm hard launching that I don't care if passcode should be changed for safety reasons. My passcode since 2016 has been 7426. Yes, it spells PHAN.
Oh
And
my
I
God.
refuse to
Oh my
change it.
gosh.
It's muscle memory and I can't be bothered to come up with a new one.
Someone in your life knows your passcode now.
You are aware that many people listen to this podcast.
Yes.
Okay, I'm actually going to say something.
What?
I reckon there's at least 5-digit people watching or listening to this right now that made PHAN their phone lock or their bank account PIN code many years ago.
What did we do?
That because of muscle memory, haven't changed it. This is your sign to change it.
Change your
If the
passcode.
crypto hoax person is listening right now, if you want the easiest scam ever, target Dan and Phill fans and just try PHAN.
Yeah.
Change it now.
I always get a bit confused when you see someone with one of those phones where they go blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
If you're listening, I just did a thing with my finger.
Oh, he did that, you know, the thing where you draw the
How
the
do you
the
remember
ziggy-zaggy
that?
thing.
Yeah.
How do you remember
The
it?
ziggy zaggy.
Next.
Hi, Dan and Phil.
Hi.
This is
Hi.
Lindsay from Michigan.
Hi.
And I would like to hard launch the idea that survival cannibalism is
Ooh.
okay. If I should ever find myself in a disaster situation with
Yeah.
my loved ones and I die early
Loved
on,
ones.
which is very likely, I want them
Respect.
to eat me so that they can keep living.
That's fine. I mean, if you're in a disaster situation, all the rules go away.
Do they, Phil? Okay, wow. Writers of Yellow Jackets would like to speak to you.
Not all the rules, but I just mean I would happily eat you if it would mean staying alive.
Motherfucker, you're dying first.
Why?
Phil, go hunt or actually just stay in the hut by yourself. You're going to die either way.
You're going to get mauled by the hog.
The hog.
Yeah. When you go...
Keith's hog.
Yes, when you go and try and get food, I'm going to kill you and Keith.
You are going
no,
to
I mean-
kill both of us.
I'm gonna eat-
That's not survival cannibalism. That's murder cannibalism.
I'm going to eat you after you perish, is what I'm saying.
I agree fully
Yeah.
that in a situation like this, there should be no stigma.
No.
If someone is dead, then just stay alive. It's what they would want.
I saw an ASAP Science video, though, that if you do eat human flesh, you get prions
You can get a bit
in your
get
brain.
priony, but it's
Yeah.
either that or starve. So
True.
I say all for it. And now we've taken a lot of tension out of these things.
We have.
Oh my God, Yellow Jackets, did they eat people? On the Hard Launch podcast, we say, we don't care. Eat them.
If you're going to eat them,
Good for you, girl.
make sure they're well seasoned.
I thought you were going to say, like, cooked so there's no bacteria. Feels like sprinkle some salt
I'm
on
just
that
gonna
bitch.
I'm just gonna say, if there's an experience of eating a person, we
then
should.
you'd want it to be nice.
You want it to taste good.
I love that we went from this is a bold conversation and we're agreeing with you.
Yeah.
You actually found the way to
I
make it
ruined it.
weird.
I ruined it.
Well done, Phil.
It's sad if people have to eat each other. Next,
Hiya, Dan and Phil.
Hiya.
I'm watching this week's hard launch and I'm eating my jacket tear with tuna meal, bit of cheese, bit of lettuce. Hard launching that jacket tear is the best meal ever.
oh,
Respect.
and do you agree?
Do you think any Americans knew what they just heard?
Yeah, it's a challenge.
What's taters, eh?
We're talking about a jacket potato.
a jacket potato filled with stuff.
Personally, it's too squashy for me.
Phil, you don't like jacket potatoes or mayo or tuna.
Or beans.
So
mixed
you
together.
are a 360. That person's hard launching. You're saying no.
I'm hard squashing that one. I'm standing on your potato and smiling.
This is a zero shame environment, apart from when you mention jacket potatoes to Phill, and
Do you
then
want-
it's just a bad
Oh,
textural
sorry.
experience.
Do you want a tuna cheesy bean potato?
I like a jacket potato.
Okay.
There's lots of things that I don't get to enjoy in my life because of you, and that's one of them.
Whoa. I hope your potato sprouts. Next.
Hi, Dan and Phill.
Hi.
I'm Kirsten.
And I'm Andrea.
We bonded over you guys on our first date. And as
Aw.
of yesterday,
I asked Kirsten to be my girlfriend.
And I'm Davis, Andrea's straight boyfriend.
And we're hard launching our throuple.
Oh! That was such a plot twist.
Okay, wait.
And
no,
I'm
sorry.
David.
Sorry. I know we're meant to be like, I'm happy for you. And I'm
I know.
David with the steel chair out of the left.
That was such a surprise.
And I'm David.
And I'm David.
Was he coerced into doing that?
I think he's happy with his fresh new partners. Have a good time, David.
I'm sorry. I need to add, and I'm David to the soundboard
Yeah.
immediately.
David.
If we're ever left hanging, I'm just going to fill the void with
And I'm Davis.
Like we filled the void with Keith.
Richard. Can we Richard this late into the... Yes, we can. Yeah, we're not ending the episode
We've
on
been
Keith filling your
yapping
void.
way too much today. This is going to be a speed Richard.
A Spitchard.
Go. Rock, paper, scissors.
Yeah, let's rock, paper, scissors behind Richard.
right, fine.
Let's rock, paper, scissors. Okay, no, yeah, let's
I'm
do
going.
it. Crank it. Thank you for your service, mistress of the silver trolley.
Yes. It's a yellow ball.
See, that is yellow. A soft crunch today. And le topic.
Wasps.
Oh, apparently they're important for the environment.
How?
Like the ecosystem. They
No.
like pollinate things and eat stuff. And
When I become God, I'm killing all wasps and mosquitoes.
Firstly, the when. Secondly, what about their place in the food chain?
We'll eat something else. There's loads of bugs. And not all of them have a big danger thing on their ass.
You have a danger thing on your ass.
Oh.
Look, they're not good vibes, are they?
No.
No.
They are angry vibes. Bees, cuddly, lovely, pollinate me. Wasps can get into hell.
They can buzz off. It was right there, Phill.
Yeah.
Nothing is really quite as upsetting as if you're like sitting in the park and then you're chilling.
Yeah.
And then the wasp comes and it doesn't leave you alone. And it's like, can I not enjoy my life?
I hate
We
it
have
when-
been doing stuff all week.
When the wasp comes.
I've let my guard down. How do wasps have sex? You got me thinking about that now.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But a wasp loves a theme park.
And they f***ing love a sticky bin, don't
They
they?
do. They just want to.
Oh, you're in the
get on that
queue for
bin.
Colossus at Thorpe Park. Get f***ing wrecked. You're going to be next to this wasp bin for 2 hours, and then everyone's going to be screaming. You got a friend group that gets a bit wasp screamy. One of you sets off, and then it's like a chain reaction.
Yeah. Did you get stung by a wasp?
I think at least once, yeah.
Someone at school once got stung in their eyeball.
What?
It was really horrible.
What were they doing? Hello, wasp. Can I get a better look?
Maybe. Every fig contains a dead wasp.
That is not true.
It is. That's
no,
it is true.
We need to fact check that right now.
Every
male
fig-
podcast moment.
many figs.
Many figs. More figs than not. Which just put me off figs.
Were you really a fig person anyway?
I think it's rare to be like, I'm just going to grab a fig off the shelf and nom on that.
You had fig in a broccoli salad yesterday.
Yeah, I ate like 10 wasps.
Look, some people were put on this world to crawl into figs and die
Yeah.
and wave their sharp asses at you. And maybe that's valid,
Yes.
or maybe Phill should become God and kill you.
Bzz, they're all dead now. If you want more hard launch...
We're not going to make it to the moon landing, are we?
No. Bzz. Come watch us on Patreon. We're going to have a great time. It's on patreon.com/Dan and Phill.
I'm going to try to take off my shirt and get a neck cramp again,
Don't do that.
apparently.
The noise was haunting.
Don't look at me.
And I've decided Dan needs his own segment, which we're going to be...
What?
Yeah, we're going to be kicking that off on Patreon.
Do I need a segment?
So come, support the chan, support the pod, have a lovely time. If not,
Thank you. See you over there.
see you later.